Welcome to the European Circle report. Last Tuesday, the senior delegate of EU's foreign and security policy, Ashton, and the Commissioner of Development and Neighbourhood Policy, Stefan Füle, suggested a balance in EU's current neighbourhood policy. Moreover, they explained how the policy will develop in the coming years. The neighbourhood policy is valid for the countries lying around the European Union, but who don't have a definite intention of entering the Union. The aim of the European neighbourhood policy is to create friendly and stable relations with these countries. The EU has passed many projects and action plans in the past to strongly bring the neighbourhood countries close. The main focus of these projects is to promote human rights and constitutionality in the countries. The development of a free market as well as preventing regional conflicts also plays a central role in the efforts. The EU works on strict terms and conditions to ensure the implementations of the projects. For instance, free trade agreement or simplified visa procedures and even freedom of travel within the EU are in the offing. Condition for it being progress in the jointly planned projects. In doing so, the EU also supports the civil society of the respective country. Especially in case of human rights violations, the money to the country's government is stopped and channeled to the representatives of the civil society. The amount of these aids currently value around 12 billion euros. The plan introduced by the EU Commissioners on Tuesday regarding the future EU neighbourhood policies is mainly aimed at supporting reformers in the East European and North African countries. Keeping this in mind, the grants for Tunisia have been doubled from 80 to 160 million euros. The aid transfer to Syria, on the other hand, has been discontinued in face of the civil war-like conditions in the country. The aid to Syrian refugees as well as EU's educational programs for Syrian students is however not affected by it. In the meanwhile, association agreements are being initiated with the East European countries. The Republic of Moldova, Georgia, Armenia and Azerbaijan are profiting from some close collaborations with the EU. Ashton added, "I have always said that people will judge us according to our collaborations with our direct neighbors, and I am convinced that we are moving in the right direction. We will continue to support our partners in their efforts to adopt basic values and strengthen economic reforms, which are necessary for the relations of what I term as toughened democracy." Greece remains away from order. Now, after failed mediation attempts by the Greek President Papoulias, there will be fresh elections in the almost bankrupt Greece on 17th June. Last week, the Greek President Papoulias failed to bring the parties on a joint pro-European track. Even the attempt by the President to initiate a technocrat government fell through due to the opposition by the small parties. Thereupon, President Papoulias warned that June could become the month of tragedy. Without international aid, the country would become bankrupt. Shock reigned across the finance market due to the failed government performance in Athens. A sale wave swept through the markets after an announcement of new elections. The rate of euro also sank rapidly. Consequently, the observers are now talking about the elections failing Greece. There will be repercussions for the whole European Union if the extreme parties continues to win their elections. Especially the alliance of the radical left under Alexis Tsipras has got chances of winning the new elections with higher margins. Currently, his party is the second strongest in the Greek parliament and has rejected the negotiated austerity measures by the EU from the outset. Meanwhile, a transition government under the representatives of the Greece's highest administrative court, Panagiotis Pikramenos, was sworn in the parliament. The transition government, consisting of 16 ministers, has mainly university professors, diplomats and experts. Their task is to prepare the country for the new elections in June. The EU's Commission's President José Manuel Barroso assured further support to Greece. "Greece is part of our family," he said to the press on last Wednesday. However, in view of the win of the extremist parties, he pointed out that the decision to remain in the common currency zone must also come from the Greeks. That was the report for this week. Goodbye till next time.